Okay, so I want to cover something very important to me, and I've been wanting to get it off my chest for a while. And there's no specific term for this, but what I like to call it is cupcake stories and cupcake storytellers. So basically, I'm going to discuss about the people on YouTube who tell life stories, the life storytellers, those guys. And basically, I've been wanting to get this off my chest for a while because there's a lot to say about this topic. So with these cupcake storytellers and cupcake stories, it's no surprise that people on YouTube are a bunch of fakes, alright? YouTubers are some of the most fucking fakest, fucking oversensitive pieces of shits, right? And most of these stories are you got to watch out for what you watch and what you listen because most of these stories are complete bullshit, alright? They're fucking bunch of cupcake stories, The people telling these stories are a bunch of fucking Fruit Loops, fucking strawberry shortcakes, fruity motherfuckers, right? And their stories are a bunch of cupcake stories. It's anyways. So as I was saying, you got there's many places to begin with this. You got the little kid who's trying to be the next big thing on YouTube, the next big storyteller on YouTube, and he's telling a story. Supposedly he has life stories. I don't know. He's a fucking kid. His life hasn't even started yet. He's barely got any life experience. But anyways, these kids, for example, I've seen this kid on YouTube. I found like two of these videos. This one video, I shit you not, I was listening to this kid and he was talking about how he left his class without his teacher's permission. That's all it was. That's all this video was. I shit you not. And he thought it was a crazy life story. I remember in the title was, exaggerated title and all this shit. And then you got the other story I was gonna tell. This other story of this kid talking about how he got beat up. And then he said he laughed while he got beat up. That's embarrassing. That goes to show that these kids have no life stories. So anyways, then you got the guy who, he's the average YouTuber, just the average fucking YouTuber nerd fucking, this guy's probably got some life stories, but he's probably talking about shit that he wasn't involved in. He's trying to dig deep to try to find some type of story, some type of material. This is the average YouTuber who's trying to get big, all that fucking bullshit. Then you got the fucking girl on YouTube who's fucking exaggerating on all her bullshit or whatever. All these life storytellers are fucking exaggerated, but then you got the girl who's talking about this bullshit, that bullshit, like relationship. I don't fucking know, but they're usually exaggerating a lot. And then you got the over glorified YouTuber who is a big YouTuber most likely, and they're over glorified, and it's all bad. So anyways, the way some of these people tell these stories are really fucking annoying, and that's how you could tell some of these people don't have fucking life stories. So you got the guy who's being all over sarcastic and really fucking edgy, and at that point, like, it doesn't even sound like a life story. It sounds like a edgy commentary, And then you got the guy who's over exaggerating, is trying his best to fucking trying to milk the fucking story, over exaggerating the whole time, saying shit that isn't really involved with the story, making up shit. The guy that's over exaggerating, that does too much, that doesn't get to the point of the story. The guy who's just fucking blabbering on about whatever, is not getting to the point. He's trying to be funny, trying too hard, So you got that guy, and then you got the people that don't really have stories. Like, for example, like, they have like a really short story of something that's really retarded. That like I bet these people, the fucking baddest thing they done was like steal fucking crayons from the teacher when she wasn't looking or some shit. These people got like little fucking short like bullshit fucking stories. They try to exaggerate on it, make it like 10 minutes, 5 minutes. And then the titles these people have, these cupcake stories and storytellers, titles is like, oh, like, all in caps, like, oh, you won't believe this happened, or this happened, dot dot dot, this is fucking crazy. Or for example, like, I bet these people would fucking walk down the street in some area they're not aware of, and they get like offered crack by a crackhead or some shit. They exaggerate the shit out of that, milk the shit out of that, and then the title would be like, oh, crackhead tries to rape me or some shit, and then the thumbnail would be like some crackhead or some fucking bullshit clickbait shit. So, you know, that's the type of shit you got. And it's okay to tell stories and like exaggerate a bit and like compare things, you know, especially when you're telling like a paranormal story or a drug story or a relationship story or whatever, you know, it's okay to use metaphors, similes, compare shit, all that stuff, but you gotta get to the fucking point. You can't just, you know, there's obviously limits. And so, you know, these people, cupcake storytellers, they don't know that limits. That's how you could tell they have no stories. Their story that they're telling, supposedly, the story is not a fucking story, all right, if they're doing that. So, anyways, don't get me wrong. Everybody has life stories. Everybody has life stories. But some people have more life stories than others. Some people have bullshit stories. Most people have bullshit stories. So you got that. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because big or small, YouTubers big or small, these cupcake storytellers, make the real ones look bad. They make the real ones look bad, you know, because 90% of these stories, life storytellers or whatever the fuck you want to call them, the cupcake storytellers, 90% of them are fucking bullshit, exaggerated, fucking bullshit, right? And the other 10% is, you know, actual real shit. So the 90% makes the 10% look bad. And it's all bad. Also, with these glorified YouTubers, over glorified YouTubers, live storytellers, over glorified live storytellers, these guys, like, their fan base is like, the reason why this is bad is because their fan base is fucking retarded, you know. Don't get me wrong, some people do have life stories, and then maybe some of the stories that come from those people are bullshit stories, most likely. But with these over glorified YouTubers, their fan base is fucking bullshit, because their fan base looks at them like there's some type of fucking OG or whatever, some type of fucking, oh, like, for example, you know, you'd step up to that guy, and their fan base would be like, oh, don't say that shit about him. You don't know what he's been through. He's had so many life stories. You don't know what he's been. It's like, no, he doesn't. No, he's just a fucking nerd who's telling cupcake stories. You know, it's all fucking bullshit. Dog shit on top of bullshit. So, you know, you got that. And also, the cupcake storytellers and cupcake stories, the reason why all this shit makes the real ones look bad is because, you know, the real people with real stories who are trying to tell real stories, people will look at them and be like, oh, you're just trying to be like this guy. Oh, you're just trying to be like that guy. Oh, you're just a rip off of this guy. And it's like, no, they're not. You know, it's all bullshit. You know, that's why these cupcake stories and cupcake storytellers are really bad for people who try to tell actual stories. And you know, these cupcake storytellers and cupcake stories could be by big YouTubers, small YouTubers, and it could be anything really. Like, they could use animation to tell a story. They could make a normal video. They could use gameplay, commentary. It's all about the story, really. So these cupcake storytellers and these fucking, they're fans, you know, that are blindly watching them without knowing anything, you know, just eating whatever shit is given to them. You know, these people never met like a fucking Joey Diaz or like elderly people with actual stories, you know. And what I mean by people that don't have life stories, I mean that they don't have enough experience, you know. They don't have the life experience. They probably do, but not as much as they portray themselves to. So these cupcake stories and cupcake storytellers are a bunch of fucking bullshit, and they're a bunch of bullshitters. It's really annoying seeing these fucking cupcake stories all over YouTube, and it makes the real ones look bad. And it's really annoying because, you know, you got people who are actually trying to tell real stories that are being frowned upon because of these cupcake storytellers or these overglorified YouTubers fans, or, you know, these overglorified YouTubers that are telling cupcake stories. People are looking down upon them because of the fucking influence of all this other bullshit. So, you know, you can't really tell what's what on YouTube. You gotta make sure, you gotta know what's what. And a lot of people are fucking bullshit. A lot of people are not bullshit. You know, you gotta know what's what. And yeah, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I like telling stories. I like listening to other people's stories. But these fucking cupcake stories and cupcake storytellers are all fucking bullshit. You know, it's retarded. Sometimes it's even obvious. Most of the time, it's obvious to know what is a fucking cupcake story and what's not, and who's a cupcake storyteller and who's not. But yeah, that shit really bugs me. But you gotta know what's what. And yeah, cupcake storytellers are a bunch of fucking pieces of shits, and cupcake stories are stupid. So that's pretty much it. Yeah.